2 years really did a number of things. There was very little supplies left in places. What it took to survive in this modern day was constant scavenging. I envied the farming lifestyle now, something my parents would be proud to hear me say. All I got left from my old life was this charcoal grey bike. I wouldn't have gotten far without her. She made my routine. First, drive up to a small community. Second, run into the building looking for useful supplies. This has been my life for the past 6 months after I ran out of easy food from my local grocer. In full flashlight beam, one of the dead was banging on the door under the drip edge of the roof. The sight is familiar yet ignites concern. Looking in the window of the gas station is not a rewarding view. Dealing with the dead had become relatively easy, as long as their numbers were not overwhelming. There were papers and garbage on the floor, a good indication that people have been here scrounging for supplies. The chance of there being anything left of use was piss poor. I had to be thorough in my searches, figuring most people were in a rush and would have possibly looked over some of the finer details. They even managed to open the cash drawer in the register and empty it out. Not like money had much value anymore other than for burning and wiping. A quick glance of my surroundings, I could see a laundromat across the street. It bore a worse result than the station. What it lacked in garbage it made up for in broken glass and rags. Socks have only gone up in value in the last 2 years, and it does not seem I am going to find a single goddamn one. Instead I found a washer stuffed with rotten limbs. No amount of cycles would clean that foul soup. That seemed true of the world now too. My meticulousness was rewarded, if you include the extra spicy soupy soup. Outside the laundromat, a news van sat in the lot. Trying my luck, I emptied my water for a chance of replacing it with gasoline. Payday at last, even this pint of gasoline was worth the risk of my life. A terrible light broke the darkness, and carried with it a dreaded voice. A banshee's shriek would have been more pleasant than that sound. My instincts drove me to hide. The abyssal language was indiscernible, but the tone was mocking. Broken, raspy chittering echoed down the hall, and pierced my composure. Those noises felt as if they were emanating from my skull. I had fired my first and final bullet. Fleeing out the window was my last hope. I could see the dense patch of forest ahead. Bullets cracked as they entered my fleshy parts of my thigh. If I could survive the bullets for the long term, I had no idea, but running past the tree line I knew I could handle.